With me is Ukoko, founder of Women of Africa and one of the key proponents against the military dictatorship in Nigeria, which saw Goodluck Jonathan in power in a way. So tell me, welcome to Going Underground, tell me about Boko Haram and why Britain and America suddenly interested in Nigeria.
Well, Britain and America have always been interested in Nigeria. If you look at the history of Nigeria, you will find that Nigeria actually came to be because of the involvement and the engagement over 100 years ago of the British Empire in Nigeria.
So British geographers put this thing
actually,
together.
I mean, everyone knows that in 1914, the many ethnic nationalities within that geographical area of Africa were kind of merged together, amalgamated to become the huge country that we now see. And this is exactly 2014, makes it 100 years since that happened. Now, if you look back within and come within that 100 years, you will find that there has always been challenges, and there has also been involvement of the British and the outside in it. Now, for instance, we have the Civil War, that actually when the Biafrans looked at this and said, no, we want to break away from this. We want to correct the errors that this has created for us. We want to be able to rule ourselves. You also saw the hand of Britain in it when then the Labour government of the time says, no, this is our alliance and we must make it work. And in effect, you find that the killing of Nigerians or the Biafrans at the time were actually the direct engagement and involvement, the active involvement of foreign powers.
It has been noticeable that Britain, of course, supported jihadists in Syria. Boko Haram has declared alliances. They support those things. What's this sudden realization of the threat of Boko Haram, apart from the kidnappings themselves?
If you look at recent times, you'll find that even in Libya, the NATO forces, the world supported the people who were saying are these terrorists. Who are they that are now coming in? And they had the direct and very forceful involvement in Libya. And we see what comes out of that. You look at, now we see Syria, of course, we see this is Libya, then we see the action, we see the Sudan, we saw everything, Somalia. We see how the world is beginning to shape out, and Nigeria is very much at the forefront of the takeover of that region.
Well, presumably the government of Nigeria realized how important Shell and Chevron and big multinationals are. Do you think they identified the sources of money for Boko Haram from Saudi Arabia? Is Goodluck Jonathan aware of the intelligence about the Saudi Arabian connection? Or where is the money coming from? Where is the influence in Boko Haram?
Well, if you look at Boko Haram, Boko Haram started about 5-10 years ago. And if you look back, we also know of the MEND, which is the movement for the emancipation of the people of the Niger Delta. At the time when they came out, all of us saw it and we said, yes, there's an injustice going on. Because somewhere along the line, history has taught us that people, because it's only a matter of time, it's only a matter of pressure you can put on people. Because the grand design, the global grand design, does not take cognizance of the people. They are looking at the globe, they are looking at countries with natural resources, they are seeing the Niger Delta as a place full of oil. Of course, Nigeria, as we put it, because obviously put it all together like that, so that it's convenient for them. But in so doing, it completely alienated humanity. It removes people from the equation. But what they have not been able to do is that they have not been able to guarantee that the people that they are oppressing, the victims of this grand design, are going to fight back.
Well, for the first time, NATO countries are beginning to criticize the Nigerian government. I can't remember that happening for decades. Does that mean, well, we can expect drone strikes from the new U.S. drone base in Mali, and that'll solve things? Do you think that's how Western capitals see the solution?
At the moment, there is a feeling. The feeling has been that, oh yes, the Americans have come, the British, they've come and save us, because there has been a concerted effort to hold down the people, give them something else to talk about. We have the impoverishment, because I never say it's poverty, because what the people of Nigeria is enduring is not poverty. It is an impoverishment of the people as a strategy to hold the people and alienate the people in their minds. So we have a situation where the minds of the people are not working.
Obviously, the British focus on foreign policy tends to be bombing. Well, most recently, Damascus was the solution. They might think with the Americans, some sort of strikes on Ibadan, Kanu, this will somehow solve all the situation, war. On the other hand, if people like you are trying to start things, grassroots movements, trying to change things, you yourself have come under attack.
Yes.
So surely one can understand that ordinary Nigerians are going to be frightened of creating civic society movements or taking part in them.
I think in fact that the success of this engagement of Nigerians in what is actually going on in Nigeria has been because of the repression that we have had to endure. Well, some will talk about the poverty because people are worried about whether they are able to get food for their children. But the point is, or indeed, whether they are being men, mothers, are they actually in control?
There's no sense of autonomy at the moment being given, certainly in the mainstream media. It is the United States, certainly Britain, with its SAS, can solve this kidnapping situation. So when William Hague says all this, is it a sort of elastoplast type of foreign policy? I mean, during that time when you were there seeing that poverty, the fertile ground from which Boko Haram becomes successful, didn't hear much in British governments here about putting pressure on the Nigerian government.
Yeah, but don't forget that the design and the work that has taken place between the British government and the ordinary people. I've had opportunity because, as you know, I'm a campaigner. I have spoken with British politicians in which I told them that in actual fact, you are supporting what is going on, the repression of the people of Nigeria. But you tell me that you work with government. Which government are you working with? Because, and again, if you look at it, it is not the whole world, the world governments may be guilty of this because, and again, this is what I've often said, that the world, there need to be a new world order where, in the sense that where emphasis is shifted from not just the government alone, the individuals in political offices that assemble in New York and then deciding what should happen to everybody, but to look at a way that we will now create structures that make the people become relevant, because the people are the ones that will actually bring about our peace. The people are the ones that will bring about actual development. It's the people that will give us the completion, they will complete the global project. But when you now find that as long as two people claim to speak for everybody else, then everybody else that have been kind of removed from the equation, but yet they are human beings that also have equal stake. We are hoping that they will come to even the British government will begin to realize that there's a limit to which you can keep some people in government in Nigeria, and you can watch the plundering of the wealth that's supposed to make the people there be content and contribute to the global wealth. There's only going to be a time that it cannot work, because what the Boko Haram, the rise of Boko Haram, because in fact I was talking to security people on the ground, the SSS if you like, and they said, but what we are doing, the international community like it, because for them, keep the boys down. You cannot keep them down. We have seen that people have aspiration. They have their minds to get to a point when they say, look, I want to live. I also have a right to be here. You cannot hold me in poverty. You cannot continue to send your troops to kill us, because that's exactly what we saw. And 1 year on, the adoption of the children became the outcome of the 100 years of organization, the conspiracy against the people, the taking over of the British, if you like, of the economic markets. This is what has become. So not only has the British, others as well, they've been in there, they've engaged with the people, but they have failed so woefully, because in so doing, they're protecting their interest against the interest of the people. Children are being born every day. Those children will become part of the multitude of people that will form the terror group.
Alice Ukoko, thank you.
You're welcome.